saw you. Okay, hey, Saturday. Saturday was a wonderful experience. Saturday, we went to my sister's bridal shower, which I think Tori sent me photos. Can you put the one of me and Amy in the Discord for me? Or I guess I have it on my phone. I can put it. I'll put it in the Discord in a sec. So it was my sister Amy's bridal shower on Saturday, which was beautiful. Now it was like 2 hours away. So I drove Tori there, and then I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go see a movie. So I planned this out. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I'll drop you off there. I'll go see a movie. It's almost perfect timing for me to come back, pick you up, and like, it's good. Like, whatever. Then I get out for the day, go for a drive. I kind of wanted to, whatever. Were the kids there? Yeah, they've got 2 of their own that were there. And then there was another small child there too. I don't know who the kid was, but his mom was like Irish or Scottish or something. It threw me for a loop. I actually didn't even get her name, but she was like, for Christ's sake, look at him. He's sleeping here. Look at him sleeping in my arm. That was actually I think that was pretty good. Did you talk to her at all, Tor? No, but I did a little bit with my sister. She was nice. But anyways, that was random. But yeah, so there was a couple kids, a lot of dogs. So I dropped Tori off, but we left a little late. We were a little late getting up because Friday night we had a few beverages while playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and Tori did as well. So she got up a little later, so I didn't get there in time to see Final Destination. So there was really only one option of a movie for me to see. And I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to see it. And I went and saw Karate Kid Legends. Okay? I went and saw Karate Kid Legends. And let me tell you, it was definitely a movie. It was a movie that happened, and I saw it, okay? It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It wasn't Twister's level of bad, but it was okay. Now, the funniest thing is I went to a movie theater here. Let me see if I can pull it up on Google. I didn't take any photos because I felt weird. But this movie theater is in Woodstock, Ontario, and it's not a Cineplex. It's not a big chain. It's literally a rundown movie theater where, like, the posters on the outside are all broken off. There's nobody there. Like, when you walk up to the theater, so anyways, it looks like it's in like a downtown part of town where, like, you wouldn't know. It's not like a big parking lot. You wouldn't even know it's there. I just turned down a side street, and all of a sudden,
damn charcuterie, sushi, or oysters if it's enough.
Who just tipped $50? It says anonymous. Hey, thanks for the $50, anonymous. God damn, thanks, bud. Holy, hey, thank you so much, anonymous bud. It won't be anonymous when I see it in PayPal. It'll tell me who it is. Thank you, bud. Oh my God, that's so kind. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this movie theater, okay? So I went to this movie theater, and I believe it's called Galaxy Cinemas. Oh, no, sorry, not even. It's called Gallery Cinemas, okay? It's not even Galaxy. That's another chain around here. Galaxy, there's Cineplex, there's something. I went to Gallery Cinemas, all right? Now, when you go to the website, this is what it looks like, just for example. Okay? I tried to buy tickets online to this movie while I was here, but it didn't work. Like, it wouldn't accept my card. It wouldn't accept my credit card. It just didn't work. Anyways, so I went and saw this. I went and saw The Karate Kid, right? Bert, what's up, bud? So I go here, right? I pull in. It's like a downtown part of town. So, like, it's all of a sudden just movie theater out of nowhere. Graffiti all over it. Posters all broken on the outside. I don't even think they were updated. It was just old stuff. There were about 6 doors in the front. All doors to get in. But you could only open one because there was paper signs that said next door, next door, next door, next door, next door. Okay, so I go in, right? Keep in mind, this is like 12:30, or this is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. I walked in. There's nobody there. Like, not one person. I stood in the lobby of this place, which is actually, I saw the picture of it on here, which is actually right here. Okay, so I walk in. There's an admissions where you can buy tickets.
Let's go, bud.
Here, take my money, you sob, bud censored papa, bud Matthews, bud censored papa.
Bert, thanks for 7 months, bud. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I walk in. Once I found the right door, I walk in. The admissions, there's pieces of paper taped all over it. It says you can buy your tickets at the concessions, which is this, where it says Real Treats, R-E-E-L Treats, okay? And then there was this, see this like line here with the ropes? It was actually double this. It was this and then another one. So it was like obnoxiously long. And I don't know, like there's not one person in the theater, and I didn't even see anyone standing behind the concessions when I initially walked in. I walked through the whole rope maze, okay? And it felt awkward because when I was about halfway through the rope maze, I saw the girls that were sitting off to the side in the back. They were like sitting on top of a cooler or something. I think eating their lunch, just hanging out, whatever, because there's nobody there, right? So then I saw them get up as I'm halfway through my maze, right? She gets up. I go to the counter. I go, okay, like, is Final Destination already playing? Because it was supposed to start at like 12:55, but I didn't know how long previews were. I haven't been to a movie in ages, right? She's like, yeah, it's already playing. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I guess we're going to see The Karate Kid. I was like, can I get one ticket for The Karate Kid? See, Papa Kenway, it's only because the only reason I saw that movie, it was the only one aside from Lilo and Stitch, and I didn't want to see Lilo and Stitch. And I knew there'd be kids in there and people in there. I wanted to go see a movie that, like, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I was like, okay, give me one ticket for The Karate Kid, give me a small popcorn, a large Coke, and a box of Milk Duds, right? My perfect movie. Perfect. It was like $21 for all of that, including the ticket. I was like, this is incredible. The ticket was $9.50. No hat, ma'am. I was expecting like 40 bucks or something. When she said that, I was like, for everything? Like, that was the ticket too. Ticket, small popcorn, Milk Duds, and a large Coke. Like $21, $22, something like that. I was like, okay, cool. So she's like, you're in auditorium 5, which is, of course, like one of the last ones, right? So I'm walking. I still don't see a person, by the way. I saw 3 girls working behind the counter. I didn't see one other person in this entire theater. Nobody, not a soul. Couldn't hear anybody either. I'm walking down the hall. I see a door that's open off to the side, and it's like an office where an employee, probably the manager or something, sitting, and he's sitting there, I shit you not, feet up on the desk, just on his phone. As I walk by, I'm like, okay. I didn't stare at him. I was walking, so I was just kind of like, oh, what the fuck? And I just kept going, right? Go into the bathroom, nobody there. Go to the bathroom, go to my auditorium. It's crazy because I couldn't find it. Because, well, I saw the number 5, but I had to make sure because there wasn't a movie poster like there was on every other one. There was literally a printed out, like 8x10 piece of paper that just says Karate Kid. It doesn't say the Karate Kid Legends. It doesn't say any of that. It just says Karate Kid. And like Times New Roman in the center of this piece of paper, right? I'm like, okay. I walk in. Not a single person there. Nobody. And the movie theater, it looks like I can see some shots here. It's not very big. So this person here in this picture is sitting at the back. There's maybe 10 rows total. Like there's nothing. Actually, this theater looks bigger than the one I was in because the one I was in didn't have side seats like this. It was literally just a center auditorium with like 7 rows and maybe 15 seats in each row. Okay. I sat dead center of the theater. There's nobody there. All spread out, all everything. I could see the butt up there doing the film. I was like, okay. So I didn't want to take any pictures. I didn't want to do anything because I felt kind of awkward. But I was texting Tori this whole time. I'm like, yo, there's nobody here. This is crazy, right? I saw like 2 previews and then the movie starts, right? But I couldn't focus fully because in the middle of the screen, there's just like a tear. Like it looked like if the screen was like 3 layers, it looked like someone tore 2 of those layers off in like a center part of the thing. So it was just like really off-putting in the center of the screen, right? And then there's spots where the pixels are a little shoddy. I was like, the pixels or whatever were a little shoddy. I was like, okay. And then the audio, I thought the audio was crappy because of like the previews. And I thought once the movie kicked in, they were going to really kick in that Dolby digital surround sound, whatever the hell it is, right? Nope, it just sounded like someone was like blasting their car, like when you're at the drive-in and just like turn their volume all the way up and it was like car audio. And I was like, oh, this is how the movie's going to sound too. Like, okay. So the movie starts and I don't want to say the entire time, but for a majority of the time after the movie started, I think Final Destination or something was playing in the theater beside me because I could hear screaming and like breaking, like glass breaking and stuff like that, like noises beside me that weren't happening in my movie. Okay. I'm like, oh, I can hear the other movie happening, right? But honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, I had a great fucking time. I really did. It was nice. It was nice being by myself. And the movie was pretty bad. Like Karate Kid Legends was a pretty bad one. But I mean, like, it's like a stereotypical movie, like where you could take your family and you're gonna leave and have a good time, right? You're gonna whatever. But like I saw this movie. It was an hour 49 minutes. I'll give you like a brief little review of it. I don't know how many of you are gonna see this movie, but like I'd say I'm shocked it went to theaters. I thought for sure, especially after I watched it, that there's no reason that couldn't have just went straight to Netflix or whatever, or maybe not made. I don't know. We could have done without this. Could have done without this movie. They crammed. A lot of people worked hard on that movie. I don't doubt it, because the production was great. Had nothing to do with Cobra Kai, except for the... Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a little bit of spoilers, because I don't know the Karate Kid lore, really. I've only seen the first one. But I'm just going to say there might be spoilers, because I don't know what I'm talking about. So if you don't want that, then mute it now, okay? There was a Cobra Kai reference, I think, at the very end of the movie. There's this... I've never seen Cobra Kai either. There's this blonde dude that just shows up, and he's just saying random things. And I'm like... I feel like this guy's supposed to be someone. Like, if I was in a theater full of people, the whole theater would have been like, oh, oh, for sure. But, like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, who is this guy, right? Like, I don't know who he is. So, can I just make a comment about movies? And I don't know, maybe it's that guy, Billy Zabka? Is that who it is? Yeah, this guy. This is him. But can I... everything's coming... I actually took notes during this movie, by the way. But I'm not going to look at them now. I'm just going to say what I've got from memory here. Movies in general, I find, after seeing like a brand new movie, like, I guess, that came out in theaters and whatever, I feel like they try and cram too much into them. And like right away, like, so basically the premise of this movie is this kid Lee, he lives in Beijing, and he's like going to America, because he's going to New York City to go to this like crazy school and whatever. I don't know. I don't know. That's basically it. He's going with his mom, though. His mom's like a doctor. She's going to New York. She's gonna take her kid with her. Jackie Chan's like his dad, and Jackie Chan's like running this dojo thing, this crazy karate thing in Beijing, right? So movie starts. They're all in Beijing doing stuff, right? I swear to God, within like 7 minutes, the guy's already in a cab and they're in New York and he's looking at buildings. I'm like, okay, this escalated really quickly. Like, all of a sudden, the story is just rapidly... They crammed all that information in that little tidbit of thing, right? This kid goes to a pizza shop right away. Like, it's like his first night there. His first thing he does is go to a pizza shop. And he walks in and goes, hey, you got stuffed crust? To which, of course, the people laugh at him, because that's kind of like a ridiculous thing to say. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. Anyways, stuffed crust. So, stuffed crust ended up being this kid's nickname throughout the entire movie. Everyone called him Stuffed Crust. Even to the point where at the end, in like the fights, this like tournament thing they do, they literally were announcing him as like Lee Stuffed Crust, fucking whatever his last name is. And I was like, are you serious? Okay. Like, I didn't know the karate competition knew that his nickname was Stuffed Crust. But anyways, when he goes into this movie gets better. When he goes into this pizza place and asks for the stuffed crust, it's like this girl, I don't know who she is. I feel like she's probably somebody you might know. And you can tell right away there's like a connection, right? He's attracted to this girl. She's like into him. He's this cute, guy, just came from Beijing, doesn't know what he's doing. He's coming here asking for stuffed crust, whatever. Anyways, right? This girl's dad comes from the back, right? Who the fuck is it? Dawson's Creek Bud. For I'll tell you, it's Joshua Jackson, but for the longest time in my head, I was like about to text Tor. I'm like, I was thinking Josh Duhamel or whatever. I don't know. I don't even think I was like, yo, that's Josh Duhamel. I was wrong the whole time, but like I was convincing myself it was this guy, right? Which it absolutely isn't, right? It's not this guy. It was this guy, but it was Josh something, so I had it right. This guy, right? Dawson's Creek guy, right? So he turns around, busts out the shittiest New York accent I've ever heard in my life. It was actually hilarious, okay? And starts chirping stuffed crust, right? Whatever. It's fine. It's funny. It's like not funny, but it's funny enough. It's like, okay. So in this time, no, you need to, Alicia, I think once it comes to Netflix or whatever you have, you inevitably do need to watch it. I think it is kind of funny. So anyways, the villain in this story is this guy who trains at this dojo in New York City, and he's like a super bad guy. He's kicking ass, he's whatever. But the owner of this dojo is like some New York loan shark guy who's his dad, coincidentally. And Joshua Jackson, who runs the pizza shop, borrowed money off of this loan shark at some point in time. So this is like, there's like 15 storylines, just an FYI. So there's a whole storyline happening here, right? So this guy, Lee, he goes to school, he makes a friend, he does whatever, right? He's coming home, he sees the girl from the pizza shop in like a back alley, and she drops a bunch of stuff, like cans of corn or something, I don't know. and he sees her dropping it. He goes, he helps her. They pick it all up, and he's like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, we're going to, I'm delivering these food items, like whatever. He's like, okay, cool, let me help you. Just met her, by the way. Now he's helping her do deliveries, to which they walk past this dojo, and he sees the karate, and he just like freezes and stops, like she's mesmerized by karate. And she goes, you can't train there. You can't train there. Train anywhere, but you can't train there. He goes, oh, I didn't come here to fight. Random as fuck. Anyways. They go on like a little love tour of New York City. They're riding on a scooter. They're laughing. They're doing all that shit, right? Like, it's whatever. The scooter breaks down. They get on a subway, right? I can't believe I'm remembering this. They're on the subway. And who walks up? The kid from the dojo, the bad guy. He's like walking up all whatever. Come to find out, this guy is actually this girl's ex-boyfriend. Uh-oh. Big whoops. She's with this new dude, whatever, right? One of the funniest lines of the entire movie comes up, right? This guy hasn't met Lee. He hasn't seen whatever. He walks up to the girl, stands behind her and goes, who's your friend? And she goes, that's Lee. He goes, yeah? Where are you from? He goes, oh, Beijing. Yeah? You know Kung Fu? Let me tell you, I friggin' died. I literally almost spit. I was dying laughing. Bro tells you his name's Lee and he's from Beijing. You know nothing about him. And your first question is, yeah, you know Kung Fu? Are you serious? Oh my God. I actually died. And I'm confident if the theater was full of people, everyone would have died. It was meant to be like a serious moment. It was not. It was not, dude. And then I started realizing as the movie went on, Bert, that I'm like, oh, this is just like classic. Like this movie could have been done in the 80s, you know? Like for sure, dude. It was so funny. Then what happens? I don't know. Like as he's going to school, he sees the guy. Is it Banks? That's what you guys are saying? He sees the guy, and the guy's all jealous because he was just with his girl, his ex-girl. So they fight, right? They fight in the school out front, right? They start fighting. This is when he discovers Lee has done Kung Fu before. But this guy beats the crap out of Lee right in front of the school. Kicks the shit out of him. Whatever. So Lee's all down in the dumps, whatever. This movie progresses to the point where now they're back at the pizza place, and Lee's like going to the pizza place. He's trying to fix the bike that broke down for her quietly so she doesn't know. The dad, Joshua Jackson, comes out, and these two mobsters come up to him. Literally, like they've got bats. They're gonna beat the piss out of him. They're there to collect the debt from the other guy, right? For this guy, right? A dude walks up behind Joshua Jackson as he's standing there. Oh, sorry, hold on. Joshua Jackson is also a former champion boxer, apparently, in the town. He used to be a prize fighter for money and also. Anyways, okay. This guy walks up behind Joshua Jackson with a baseball bat, okay? Lee stands up and goes, hey, behind you. He gets smoked in the back of the head with a baseball bat. Like full Ohtani swing in the back of the head, to which he face plants into the garbage bags, right? Sounds pretty violent and serious, right? It sure was. Until the Ocean's 11 mob music kicks in. I don't know what, like, that's the only way I know how to describe it. I know I've heard it in, like, heist movies. And then all of a sudden, this whole Kung Fu scene starts, where Lee starts running up the walls like Spider-Man and doing all this Kung Fu, fighting like 5 mobsters, to which Joshua Jackson's, like, slowly waking up from getting hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat. And he's finally waking up and realizes, like, oh, this Lee guy, like, oh my God, this Lee guy is crazy, right? Anyways, that whole thing goes on with that crazy like heist music happening. It made you feel good, but it's like, dude, this is like a crazy scene. So Joshua Jackson comes up with this idea once he sees Lee fighting, right? They're sitting there talking in the pizza shop, and Lee's giving him all these like Chinese remedies, like a tea or something. Say it's gonna help him. Not even joking. Whatever. And Joshua Jackson starts explaining how he used to be a fighter, and he had this thing. He wanted to enter this local tournament because maybe this is a way to pay off his debts that he owes this guy. He's going to come back and fight now. But now that he saw what Lee did, he wants Lee to train him in Kung Fu. Because Kung Fu and boxing go hand in hand, right? It should be easy, right? Anyways, This is like a 40-minute subplot, by the way, that, I'll spoiler alert, it ends up completely irrelevant to the story. 40-minute subplot of, like, I started thinking, like, oh, is Joshua Jackson the main character in this movie? Like, is this going to be, like, about him? Is he the Karate Kid? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, he's training him in Kung Fu. There's all these funny things. There's all these cool scenes, whatever. Joshua Jackson goes to the fight. He's walking out. Looks like an indie wrestling show. He's walking out, right? He's going to reclaim his former glory. He's going to win the prize money. He's going to pay back the mobster, who's sitting in the audience, by the way. He walks past the mobster. The mobster's grilling him, and he goes, yeah, don't bet against me. The mobster goes, I already have. Joshua Jackson gets in the ring. They start squaring up. It's fine. Fight ensues. Spoiler alert, Joshua Jackson gets the shit kicked out of him. Elbows to the head. Illegal, to which everyone was yelling, this is illegal! But it kept happening because mobster guy winked at him and told the guy to do it. But anyways, Joshua Jackson ends up in the hospital. Sure enough, the hospital where Lee's mom works too. There's this whole other subplot. I thought Joshua Jackson was dying. He just got knocked out. But the mom ran into Lee. Lee had a black eye because of a fight he had. The mom said, I don't want you to fight. Like, da-da-da-da. They brought the dad there. She's like, look what happened. She goes, now I need to go keep your friend alive. Like, bro just got knocked out in like a boxing match. It's not like that serious. But now she has to keep him alive. The shot in the head with a baseball bat 2 weeks prior doesn't matter. He got up from that. It's fine. But a couple of punches, he's going to die, barely. So Jackie Chan comes into all this because Jackie Chan is the guy's dad. So you see Jackie Chan at the beginning of the movie. And then and Jackie Chan's in Beijing. About 3/4 of the movie, after all this shit's happened and whatever, this kid comes home. Lee comes home back to his apartment. Nobody's there. The mom's not there. All the lights are off. Pots are dangling in the darkness. Windows open. Shit, someone's here. He turns around. Crazy kung fu scene. He's getting kicked into a light. Bang. Light keeps coming on and off. Bang, bang, bang. Sidekick, sidekick, sidekick. Who is it? You guessed it. Jackie Chan. Why is he there? Nobody knows. He just felt like it was time to visit. They've been there 3 weeks, maybe. And Jackie Chan's like, I just felt like it was time to visit. So Jackie Chan shows up. The mom, they're like divorced, I think. I don't think they're together. So like nobody invited him. So the mom just comes home and all of a sudden Jackie Chan's there. Like, all right. Jackie Chan sees a crumpled up paper on the ground. That's like this karate tournament that's happening, right? Oh, the kid peeled it off the wall, and the face on the head of the karate tournament is the evil kid. It's like, oh, okay, this is his way he's gonna get back on him. He's gonna win the money in the karate tournament to help pay off Joshua Jackson and his new girlfriend's debt because the Joshua Jackson almost died. So now the Karate Kid's gonna do it. Lee, right? So Jackie Chan sees it, tells the kid, hey, I see this. Find a dojo. I'll be back in 2 days. Jackie Chan just flew from Beijing to New York City, beat the shit out of his own kid in the kitchen, and then said, hey, like, whatever, I'll be back in 2 days. Find a dojo where I can train you. And the kid's like, huh? Okay. Jackie Chan then goes to California. How do I know this? Only because they kept playing that California song. Nobody specified that he was flying to California. He just pulled up in a taxi cab in a climate that looked like California, and then the California music was playing, that song that we all know, right? And I was like, oh, he must be in California. Nobody told me this. He just walks into this house where the door is wide open, just walks in, and then now it's Miyagi's dojo, right? Like the whole Mr. Miyagi's picture, whatever. I think Mr. Miyagi died in a previous movie. I don't know the Karate Kid lore, which makes it even crazier that I even went and saw this. I think Mr. Miyagi's dead, right? I don't know. He brings in a bottle of some sort of liquor, puts it on the shelf, whatever. The actor died in real life. Okay, I got you. All of a sudden, Buddy comes in the back door and sticks his head in. Who is it? I think it's the original Karate Kid, which I figured out after it is. It's this guy. Karate Kid. Whoever the hell this guy is. What's his name? Oh, yeah, he's on the poster, I guess. So, yeah, literally this guy. Yeah, Ralph Macchio. That's it. That's his name. Yeah, this bud, right? Yeah, this guy. He walks in the back door, right? And I recognized, I was like, oh, that's the Karate Kid, right? I was like, okay. Him and Jackie Chan have a brief conversation. They get on their knees. They have tea and biscuits or something, whatever, in the dojo. And Jackie Chan goes, okay, you come to New York City. And he goes, I'm not coming to New York City. He's 63. I didn't think, he doesn't look 63, but he moved like he was 63. Anyways, he goes, oh, you're coming to New York City. And the guy's like, I'm not coming to New York City. He goes, no, you're coming to New York City. I need your help. Okay, whatever. He says he's not coming. Anyways, cuts back to Jackie Chan goes back to New York City to train this kid, right? The dojo the kid found, it's not a regular dojo. It's not a gym. It's not whatever. It's on a rooftop of this random kid that he's been talking to at school, but we don't really have a connection with him yet. We don't really know him. He's only been seen a couple times. He comes in, says a few funny things, and then fucks off, right? It's not like we haven't established really who this is. They might have. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. So it's on this rooftop with like flowers and stuff anyways. And Jackie Chan walks up on the roof and goes, yeah, this'll do, right? Okay. So they all of a sudden they set up all this karate equipment. I don't know how he got that there. I don't know how he put that on the plane. I don't know if that I don't know if he checked that or if he just made it. Doesn't matter. This crazy like swivel thing. Training montages, right? All that's happening. Next thing you know, this guy just walks up and Jackie Chan goes, thank you for coming or something. And he's like, you knew I was going to come. And I'm thinking, how the hell did he know where to go? He just showed up on a rooftop in New York City somewhere. Like Jackie Chan, we didn't see this conversation.
No.
We didn't see this happening. He just walked up, right? So now him and Jackie Chan are training this kid for the karate tournament that's coming up in 8 days. Because he's like, oh, 8 days. That's tough to teach you karate in 8 days. But this kid knows kung fu. He just doesn't know karate, I guess. I don't know. So then the last quarter of the movie is him and Jackie Chan arguing with each other, like, lightheartedly about how to train this kid. And the kid just getting the shit kicked out of him by both of these guys at one point or another. Mostly Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan just beat the crap out of him, right? For a while. Then, dude, there's other subplots too. Like the kid's brother died when he was a kid and he keeps getting flashbacks. There's too much happening. Then, the tournament, right? Tournament's getting going. I thought this was like a one-day tournament. Like, I thought it was like a one-day thing and like, you know, like it was just like that, right? So I'm like, oh, we're already getting to the tournament. We're already getting to the end of the movie, right? It looked like a breakdancing competition in the streets, like cardboard basically set up and like a crowd of people. Like I felt like I was watching the movie Stomp the Yard. Is that what they do it in? Like a dancing thing, but outside, right? And anyways, they start fighting, right? Like it's like, so it's like this cool graphics, like, hey, stuffed crust, Lee, fucking whatever, fighting this guy, right? And they were ridiculous names too. I can't remember what they were. So anyways, Lee's kicking the shit out of people in the tournament. You see the brackets, like the montage is going like da-da-da-da. But then all of a sudden it would randomly cut to like Lee doing something at home. And I'm like, wait a second. Is this a flashback or like, is this present day? Like, what are we doing? Why is he at home, right? There was a flashback where it goes to the rooftop of the kid's place, his buddy's place. They ordered pizza because they knew the girl would come deliver it. The girl was mad at Lee for something, I don't know, relationship conflict. He had to throw that in there somewhere. I forget why it was. I think it was because the dad got knocked out and Lee was having flashbacks of his brother, so he didn't like go and help right away. Anyways, whatever. You can figure it out. The girl shows up with the pizza on the rooftop, and Lee's buddy shows up with a tray with 2 champagne glasses with Pepsi in it and goes, give him a chance. Give him a chance. To which, of course, she gives him a chance. They're sitting on the rooftop with their champagne cokes and the pizza from the pizza place. Well, Lee's buddy in the background is playing acoustic guitar, and he's playing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Was it funny? Yeah. Was it weird? Yeah. Did I expect it? No. But it was something that happened, right? There was no kiss. There was no nothing. Like, there's been nothing with this couple. Nothing's happened, right? Then all of a sudden it's cutting back to tournament time again, right? There's more fighting happening, okay? Boom, he beats this guy. You see the bad guy climbing up the ranks too. He's beating this guy, The bracket's coming. You could tell Lee and the bad guy, I forget his name, dude. Marcus or something? Or Mark, like, I forget what they named him. I don't know. Tanner or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. And you see the brackets lining up. Oh, they're finally going to face off in the final, right? 1 week from now on this rooftop in here. And I'm like, what? Oh, what? In a week? Like, what? So this tournament is all over the place. Yeah, Braden or something, dude. Something like that, right? I was like, oh, in a week on a rooftop? Okay, cool. You deep dish, dude. I was like, okay, this is cool. Anyways. So then you're getting the montages back home. The training's continuing. Jackie Chan and this guy are still training him. It's all stuff. Okay, I think you're ready for the big fight, right? Big fight comes. It's a rooftop in New York City that is packed to the point where, like, I don't know how people aren't, there's no railings. I don't know how people aren't falling off the edge. It's packed and there's just this blue square in the middle, like a mat for a karate fight. I was like, this is insane. Like, there's too many people on this rooftop, right? Like, there's nothing going on, right? Fight happens. Now, I left out a key part. In the beginning, when they had their fight at the school, Lee does this crazy-ass dragon kick that they kept referencing from, like, the beginning of the movie. It's like, it looks like Speedball Mike Bailey. If Speedball Mike Bailey morphed with another Speedball Mike Bailey to become Super Speedball Mike Bailey, it was like that, dude. He did like 15 twists, jumped like 12 feet in the air, and then came down like another kick, right? They were doing it in the dojo, it's perfect, right? Doing all the stuff, whatever, like in the beginning of the movie. And then when he tried to do it at the school, the bad kid countered it, right? That's like his finishing move, but he countered it. So he had a leg on him. So they were showing him, what's the big thing? Like, what are you gonna do? He's like, oh, the dragon kick, it's this, da-da-da. And they're like, he's like, but he got me last time. He countered it. It's like, okay. So this guy takes him to a subway station, right? Karate Kid takes him there. Says, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do your big dragon kick. When you go up, and when you come down, instead of doing like the extra like 5 spins and then the kick, you're gonna go low and duck his kick, sweep his leg, and then kick him, right? Like, whatever, dude. So the way they did it was like a subway turnstile, where he had to like do all his kicks and then duck under like a subway turnstile and like do it. So then they're just training at the subway. It's just weird, like whatever, shit's happening. He finally gets it. Anyways, big fight comes, right? What do you think happens? Exactly what you think. There's ups and downs, heel, babyface. Babyface is up, heel's up. This guy's got points, that guy's got points. It's time for the dragon kick. Dragon kick comes. He ducks it perfectly. He thrust kicks Buddy into oblivion. Bang. Lee wins. It's very exciting. Everyone's really happy. Let's go Stuffed Crust, right? Stuffed Crust is celebrating. Other Bud gets up, goes, attacks him from behind, but Lee takes him down, like, da-da-da, whatever. He's on top of him. Bang! Or so you think. He punched beside his head. Lee's a good guy. He's not going to actually beat up the bad guy properly. He's not going to do it, even though he should have. He didn't, right? Everyone's very excited. Yeah. Now it's time. Everyone's there. Joshua Jackson's in the crowd. The kid's there. Jackie Chan's there. Everybody's there, right? He showed restraint. And the girl's there. They're all celebrating. Hey, he won. It's time for the kiss. But how does it happen? Jackie Chan is in there, and he's got his arm out. I think they were hugging or something. It was like a big group thing. They kiss over Jackie Chan's arm. Okay? So Jackie Chan's there like this, and then they're like... To which Jackie Chan goes, hey, that's my arm, or something. And then that's it. That's the kiss. There was no, like, big, like, oh. Thank you, Stuffed Crust. No. It was, let's awkwardly over Jackie Chan's arm until he goes, hey, don't. And then that's it. That's the end, dude. That's the end. And then I think there was some stuff happening. Oh, yeah, okay, so then anyways, right? No, that's not the end. But that's the end of the story, right? You think the movie's done, the high-pitched, the high-tempo music's coming in, it's like, okay, we're going home, right? This guy flies back to California. Again, the only reason we know it is because fucking California's playing. That's it. Nobody said he was. There's just California's playing. Okay. Jackie Chan sends a pizza from the place in New York to California. Okay? But first, he gets Joshua Jackson to make it all up and everything, right? He's like, yeah, make a pizza. Can you make a pizza for me? I have a special delivery. Like, da-da-da-da, whatever, right? And Joshua Jackson's like, yeah, sure, I'll make you the pizza. Absolutely, blah, blah. He goes, here, so where's it going? And he goes, far from here, or something like that, right? Cut to the California music, cut to the thing, right? And next thing you know, a taxi cab comes up with a pizza, right? He opens it up. This guy opens it up in his home, and it says, you owe $1,100 plus tip. And it's like it looked like it was in a plastic packaging, Dreams Girl. Like it was so it's like he made Joshua Jackson make this whole other pizza and bring it to him, but that's not the one he shipped to him. He gave him like one in a package, I guess. I don't know if it was frozen. I don't know how it made it. I don't know. Anyways, you owe $1,100 plus tax or plus tip. And the guy's like, haha, stupid Lee, whatever, right? And then he walks back. Who does he hand it to? The Cobra Kai bud. This guy. Then all of a sudden he hands the pizza to this guy, right? And this guy's there, and he starts saying all these one-liners. I don't know what they are because I've never seen the show, but I was really confused. I'm like, are they like, he's in this too. Oh, I thought they were a gay couple. Are they a gay couple? I thought the Karate Kid and the Cobra Kai guy were a gay couple that were living together, the way they interacted. Because he gave him the pizza, and then they were just kind of like joking about it. And I was like, oh, wait a sec, like, Oh, is this like his? It's like his boyfriend?
I'm gonna give you a lot of credit for remembering so much of this movie. Now the better question, which movie was worst, New Twister or New Karate Kid?
Twister 100% was way worse. Twister's by far. So, okay, no, he's married with kids IRL. Yeah, maybe, right? But, like, I thought, like, in this universe, in this Karate Kid universe, they were a couple. That's what I thought. Oh, in the show. Oh, see, but I didn't know he was that guy. You know what? My brain went, this has got to be the Cobra Kai guy. So while I was sitting in the theater, I went to IMDb and I was like, oh, it's this guy. Okay, this makes sense. But I haven't seen any of the show, so I don't know. And that's how it was. Like, that was my experience. And I sat there and I had that's Cobra Kai. I was like, this is rated 8.4. There is no planet that the Karate Kid is rated 8.4. Like, there's absolutely no planet. Like, dude, it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. 6.6 feels high. The Rotten Tomatoes, I think, has got it right, to be honest. Rotten Tomatoes got it right, I think. Yeah, this is the guy, Connor. I just see it, Connor. That's the bad guy. Connor. I told you, some Tanner or Marcus or something. Connor. And I'm pretty sure they just called him Connor. Like, that's it. I don't think he had a last name. I think he was just Connor, dude. So it would say Lee Stuffed Crust Fong or whatever his name was, and then Connor. Which, by the way, Connor, there was no, like, heel character building at all. We know nothing about Connor other than the fact that he's like the son of the loan shark guy who also owns the dojo. All we saw were a couple clips of Connor, like, knocking out his training partners, like a horrible training partner. Like, he just, all of a sudden he'd be standing there, he'd see something that pissed him off and he'd be like, huh, and then he'd turn and head kick knock out a guy in the gym for no reason. And I'd be like, God damn it, dude. This guy's serious. Like, holy. That's all we knew. And then the loan shark guy, like, we didn't know much about him, too, other than Joshua Jackson owed him a bunch of money. That was it, dude. I don't even think we got an exact number of what he owed. But it was a lot. It was a lot. But, yeah, it was crazy. They spent 40 minutes on a subplot with Joshua Jackson that really did not matter to the movie at all. Like, I mean, the scenes with Jackie Chan and Karate Kid guy were good. They were funny. Jackie Chan was funny. Like, I mean, he's always funny in movies. Like, I'm a fan, right? But, like, it was funny. Like, those parts were good, dude. Let me see. I want to see if I covered everything in my notes. Hold on. I just want to see if there's anything that was worth saying. Because look at, dude, I actually wrote, look at this. I wrote this while the movie was happening. What happened? Jackie Chan shoveling pizza in his mouth. Oh, yeah, I did think that was funny. He took, like, a big piece of pizza, like a hot piece of pizza, and just was like, ha, 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 ha. I died. Absolutely died. Hold on. Oh, yeah, the mom who was all against all the fighting and everything else, she showed up at the final fight and was super happy. No reason, dude. I don't know why. Yeah, that's pretty... I think I've actually pretty much covered everything. Yeah, I covered everything. Oh, yeah, the ex stalked them a couple times. Lee and the girl were, like, eating pizza inside the pizza shop, and every once in a while you'd see a shot of Connor standing outside like this, looking in the window. That happened a couple times. Oh, yeah, Joshua Jackson, after Joshua Jackson got hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat and the whole karate, the kung fu scene happened, he called him, hold on, I had it. He called him Chinese Peter Parker, which was very funny. I laughed a lot. Because it did look like Spider-Man a little bit, the way the walls were, because New York, I guess, and the way he hung on to, like, this ladder thing and did this spin kick. He goes, what are you, Chinese Peter Parker? Something like, I don't know, whatever. Worse New York accent than that, probably. Dude, I died. Anyways, I just told you the whole movie. Now, don't pay to go see it unless you go here where it's $9.50, but definitely watch it. And then tell me if it lived up to whatever expectation you might have now, or maybe you don't have any expectation, but just let me know, because I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Dude, and honestly, I would watch it again. I would absolutely watch it again. I said to Tor, I was like, yeah, we should watch this so you can see what I'm talking about. There was other little funny things that happened here and there, but, like, it was just a stereotypical, just fucking, like, straight to DVD type movie. That's the vibe I got of it, except I saw it in the theaters. Oh, and by the way, too, when I left the movie theater, I still did not see one single solitary person. Nobody. Not one person. I was a ghost in that movie theater. That's it. Crazy. Crazy. I saw Bud saying about hold on. Hold on. Hilary Swank. Hold on. I saw something here. There was a reference to this. They did even have Hilary Swank show up in The Karate Kid, but did catch Daniel Miyagi's life after Dana. They made a oh my god, they did make a reference to a movie she's in. What's the movie? $1 Million Baby, right? I think that's the movie she's in. They made some $1 Million Baby reference. Like, they literally said it while they were doing training. And I was like, what? They're like, this isn't $1 Million Baby. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so they made a reference to it. I don't know. I don't know. It was kind of fun going in not knowing any of the Karate Kid lore. Like, I've seen the original Karate Kid a long time ago. I don't remember much about it. It was a long, long time ago, but I have seen it. And then I've seen the one with Jaden Smith, and I don't think people count that one. I'm not 100%, but I have it on Blu-ray. I think it came with the TV I bought over a decade ago. More than that, longer than that, dude. Like, so long ago. It came with a TV that I bought or something, a Blu-ray of it. And I've never actually popped it in, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know. Could you watch a lot? I don't know. I don't know if I got that in me. But Joshua Jackson, boxer, $1 Million Baby, boxing movie that Swank was in. Yeah, dude, like, it's just like, I don't know. There was all these like images around the pizza shop too of Joshua Jackson, like in his glory, in his prime, and they all just looked like AI almost. Like some of the photos where it was like Joshua Jackson versus this guy, it was just like a weird shot of Joshua Jackson that clearly was taken like that same day, but like it made it like seem like it was like years past. I don't know, dude. It was something, let me tell you. And yeah, there's a whole subplot that I don't even understand. I think Lee's brother died along the way, but like we didn't see it. So he kept having flashbacks to that, and it kept like fucking with him. But like, again, I don't really know anything about it. They didn't even mention Joshua Jackson in the trailers. So you'd understand. I actually didn't even watch a trailer because I didn't expect to see this movie. So I went in completely blind. But Reed, let me tell you, when he turned around in the pizza shop with his apron on or whatever, I popped. I was like, yo, what? What is this guy doing in this? What is Josh Duhamel doing in this? That was my thought. I understand who it is now. I figured it out later on. Once I Googled it, once I looked it up. I was like, what's Josh Duhamel doing in this? It was funny, bro. It was good. Anyways, good movie. I recommend it, by the way. I do recommend it. You should check it out.